Hey, what's happening? YouTubers are back, another action figure review, and today is another review powered by OpenAI using the ChatGPT program. Again, if you're unfamiliar with ChatGPT, it's a program from OpenAI that you can use on their platform to generate stuff like a script, solve an equation, write code. If you didn't see my last toy review that was powered by OpenAI, I highly recommend checking it out. But as much fun as I had with that last review, I kind of wanted to do another one, but this time I was going to be a little bit more specific in what I would want out of the script. Before we proceed with that, the figure that we're going to do a review on today, or ChatGPT is going to write the script for, is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099, based on his appearance, the upcoming Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. God damn, that was a lot of words. But in terms of the guidelines and the parameters, I was very specific this time what I wanted to make mention, such as the articulation being a little outdated, the sculpting breaking on the logo, just like stuff like that. And believe me, the script they wrote is on par with what a lot of reviewers mentioned today. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the guidelines and the parameters I set up to have the script written by OpenAI. Like I made mention in my last video, if you've never used ChatGPT before, it's real easy to sign up. You're just going to go on OpenAI's website, create an account, and then you'll be able to access ChatGPT. So what they'll do is they'll give you examples, capabilities, and limitations on what you can do. Here's what I entered in the box. I said, create a funny script review of a toy. The toy is a Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099 from the upcoming Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie. Mention that the articulation could be better and aspects of it are outdated. The toy also has a Spider-Man logo which breaks the sculpt with the articulation, causing it to not look good aesthetically. The toy also has an additional set of hands and nothing else, but still is charged the full price of a figure that has more accessories. Overall, make the script about how this figure is okay, but could be a lot better. And from the power of OpenAI through ChatGPT, here's the script that they came up with. Welcome to my review of the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099 from the upcoming Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse movie. Now, before I get into the nitty-gritty, let's just take a moment to appreciate the fact that we live in a world where Spider-Man movie can have multiple versions of Spider-Man running around and nobody bats an eye. What a time to be alive. Anyway, let's talk about the toy itself. First off, let me just say that I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man 2099. The futuristic design, the sleek black and red suit, the fact that he can walk on walls and ceilings, it's all just so cool. So needless to say, I was pretty excited when I heard that Hasbro was releasing a figure based on the character. But as excited as I was about the character, I have to admit that this figure is a bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, it looks pretty cool. The paint job is nice, the sculpt is decent, and the Spider-Man logo on the chest looks great until you start moving the figure around. See, the articulation on this figure is a bit outdated. It's not terrible by any means, but compared to some of the more modern figures out there, it definitely leaves something to be desired. And unfortunately, the Spider-Man logo on the chest doesn't help matters. When you move the figure's arms, the logo tends to break up the sculpt, which can be a bit distracting aesthetically. But perhaps my biggest disappointment with this figure is the lack of accessories. I mean, don't get me wrong, the extra set of hands is nice and all, but for the price of a figure like this, I was really hoping for more. Maybe some web effects, or some alternate heads, or even a little Spider-Man drone to pose him with. But nope, just hands. All that said, I don't want to be too hard on this figure. It's still a pretty decent representation of Spider-Man 2099, and if you're a big fan of the character like I am, you'll probably get a kick out of it. But for the price, I do feel like Hasbro could have done a bit better. Here's hoping they step up their game with the next release. Okay, so that review isn't so much a far cry from what I usually do with my reviews or what I say. I guess it's different than the last one, because the last one I said create a funny script, whereas this one's just create a script for a toy review. And it's interesting to see that even in AI's platform, ChatGPT was like, why can't we have additional heads, web accessories, and freaking spider drone? Like, it was suggested through the AI platform. I didn't even have to type that in. I just said it needed multiple accessories, and they suggested that. So even the AI knows our struggle with the Hasbro Marvel Legends lack of accessories. But when it comes to the figure itself, it does feel really cheap. And I don't really like the aesthetics. It looks like Bruce Timm drew these. Like, his legs are super skinny, therefore making him a little top heavy, but not too top heavy because his upper torso is extremely hollow. The figure feels kind of cheap, and so do the aesthetics of it. It's something I wish they could have done a lot better, because by Hasbro Marvel Legends standards, they have done better, and this one doesn't show it. But let me know what you think in the comments below. YouTubers, what do you think about ChatGPT, and what do you think about me doing reviews from them? Sound off in the comments below. Let me know if you're going to be picking this up. And like always, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.